In here a little early. Wondering how everybody's doing. Well, there ain't no one in here yet. Well, I'll go ahead and start rambling on a little bit. Someone may join me in here. Does it look crooked? It looks crooked. Let me fix my stuff. Happy holidays, Baldy. How you doing, man? You're the first one in here. I'm sitting here just relaxing. Gonna try to get back in there and work on getting stuff together. And this should be the last live I do from this. The next one should look a little better. We'll see. Yeah. The room, I've got the flooring down. Or my office. I've got the flooring down. I've got it painted. Fixing to I've got to get the all the trim work back down, but I had to empty another room where I threw everything, so went ahead and started moving stuff in there. That's good that you're doing good. Prep family circus. I tell you, Christmas Day here is going to be a very busy day. It's going to be boxes and paper all over the place. How you doing, Leisure? How you doing, man? But yeah, I can't wait to get that done. But the reason I had to empty the other room out was because that's where the kids, all the babies, play when they come over. How you doing, Pete? Everybody's starting to come in now. I got a few tools to show y'all. A few things that I picked up over the past, or that's come in over the past few days. Got my underhood light from SP Tools, which was a dang good deal, I think. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some that are, around the $100 mark, a little bit before, a little bit, a little bit more, a little bit less. But this one was just different. I really like it. Sizzle, how you doing? Papa, how you doing? I'll go ahead and show it to y'all. So this is the underhood light. It's got straps so I can tighten up, and these will hook. These will hook to the car. They've got foam in there on them. Okay. And so, that hooks to the underneath of the car, hangs like that. And it's pretty bright. Let me turn it on. Let me try not to blind myself or you. That's low. It's only got 2 settings. But here's the cool thing about it. It's not just so I can take it off, held on by Velcro, right? And then it's got a magnet on either side. So it's pretty freaking awesome. I mean, I like it. $57, right? Let's see if I wonder how that does. That'd be good. Hang it. Just hang it up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to using it. That was cool as hell. But on top of that, so they don't have I was trying to look and see, and they don't have no kind of deal where shipping is free if you buy a certain amount. So I tested it. I was adding things to my cart, I ended up taking some stuff out of my cart when I realized there's no special deal on shipping. But the only other thing I ordered was this deburring tool, something I've been needing for a while. Nothing special about it, right? And then they send me this little care package. It's a koozie, a bottle opener, 10 millimeter 10 millimeter wrench, 10 millimeter impact socket, 10 millimeter socket, and a little mini pocket screwdriver. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it didn't say on the site that, they sent those out. I don't know. Maybe it was just, I really don't know. I didn't tell them who I was. Didn't tell them I'd talk to them or anything like that. So, let's see. It says on the pack, it says open in case of emergency. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty neat little deal. Let's see, who have I got in here? Rob, how you doing? Let's see, anyone else new that I haven't said hey to? I don't think so. Yeah, Pete, the underhood lights, they got to come in handy. And yeah, I see it. I see me using this one a lot. We'll see. I don't know. Wow, okay. Those batteries are pretty good. Let's peel this off. And here's where you charge it. Make sure I get it all back. Okay. But anyway, got a few more things in that I'm excited about. I can't wait to test them out. Sure Shot. I know you've seen these. These are one of the original makers, made in the USA. Talk to these guys at the PRI show. Nice young people. They're taking over the family business. Very nice. I bought 2 of them. Got them for a pretty good price. They come with Wisconsin air in them. They come pressurized, and they're from Wisconsin. I think they're from Wisconsin. So I thought that was pretty cool. And these are like, they give money to support some kind of military nonprofit with the order of the tactical ones. Yeah, but so, these right here, these were cheaper than you can get it at Harbor Freight. Let's see. And I think they're cheaper than you can get it from Harbor Freight if you buy them directly from the website. Let's see if I can give you the website. Here's the website. I am going to contact them, say, hey, give me a code so my people can get a little bit, better price on it. Don't care whether I make anything off it or not. Just, y'all. So I'm going to be contacting them in hopefully next week or week after. See if we can't get a better price on it. See, got the new Icon light a few weeks ago. It's super sweet. Still need a hood light though. The Harbor Freight lights are pretty decent. And if y'all watch, everyone in here watches Project Farm. I'm sure. But if you don't, they tested knives today, and the Icon knife showed up and done pretty good. I think it come in third or fourth overall, and for the price, it done real well. And it's lifetime warranty, and you can go into any Harbor Freight and swap it out. I like it. My son got me one sometime earlier this year, and I really liked it. So it's worth it. Let's see what else. I guess the only other thing I got left I got two more things left to show you, or only one. The others, I got the Mighty Vac. Here. I got that in. So I look forward to using that. I did notice it wasn't as great of a price as it seemed. It looked like it was like 50% off or 55% off, but everyone had it for roughly the same price. Let's see. Yeah, I got me a free bucket too. I went and picked up a present for my son, just in case he happens to watch this. I ain't gonna tell you what I picked him up. Picked up a present for my son. I haven't partook in any of the deals. The only one I really would have took part in was the Icon 40% off deal, but there wasn't really anything that I wanted. Now tomorrow, I'm debating it, but if they don't have a blue one, I don't want one. I want a blue one, but yeah, because it's as close to Ford blue as I think I can get without painting it myself. Let's see. So today I'm gonna be doing Yellowstone. I'm hoping it's not too cold. It's kind of it's cold in here, but I'm hoping it's not too cold. It's Yellowstone 2024 limited edition. This is the bottle I purchased and sent in. Not this little bitty bottle, but it's from the bottle I purchased and sent in to the guys for this bourbon challenge, and it did real well. So we'll see. I'm gonna let this sit and air a little bit, but let's see what else. Has anybody got any super big plans for Christmas? I mean, we're all probably going to get together with our family, a lot of us, but anybody got anything a little special? Let's see. It's on my Christmas list for Secret Santa. Bourbon. I understand. Yeah, just me, myself, I'm going to be hanging out. We're going to have the family over on Christmas. The wife's going to cook her lasagna. That's sort of a tradition she's had with her family, so yeah, we kind of do that. And hopefully relax. Got to go tomorrow and get a shot in my back. The shot lasted me, before it started wearing off any at all, the shot in my back lasted me 3 weeks maybe. And it slowly but surely degraded. And now it's worse. Like the pain I feel when I walk is worse than it was before I got the shot in my back. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Like I told everyone, I finally got the floor down in my office. I don't have the trim up yet. I'm getting things sort of changed out. I'm putting white plugs and outlets and all that in, where the ones in it are cream colored. So that's something I've got to do. And I bought 3 uh, outlets that had USB plugs in it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the floor is hurting it, but it was hurting. I mean, my back was hurting like walking around PRI. Every step was just killing me. At some point, I kind of got numb to it for short batches. Let's see. Yeah, it is a great deal on that toolbox tomorrow, Papa. Um, what is it? $5.99, $4.99? I forget. I don't know. I ain't gonna look it up. Let's see. Nothing too crazy, just family stuff. Kiddo to the the aquarium. That's cool. Hog hunting. That's awesome. Um, I understand that. I don't know what kind of shot it is, Papa. It's a it's what do they call what's the shot they give a woman before birth? It's called the same thing. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be getting. Not a local. Anyway, yeah, not it might be cortisone, but it's more. They're actually going in there and hitting a nerve to and putting stuff all around it to deaden it for it's epidural to deaden that, whatever. But it doesn't deaden me down there, but it, you know, makes it where I don't feel that shock going down my legs every time I step. Let's see. $5.99 for the 56. Yep. Was it you, Rob, that was gonna go get it? Well, Papa, they ain't gonna do an ultrasound, and I'm not gonna fight with them about it. I am where I'm supposed to be with disability, and I just they do what they do is you put you in there, and and they have you. They're doing an X-ray at the same time they're doing the needle. So yeah. I'm not going to worry about a ultrasound unless they at some point try to lower my rating. And I got like 2 more years. When I hit 55, the rating isn't locked in, but it's like I'm more solid. And then when I hit 10 years being rated, they kind of put you in a category. They're not going to attempt to lower you unless they look back and they think there's been fraud or something like that. So I'm not going to rock the boat. I'm just going to leave it alone. The last time they did the last time they did an ultrasound, they pretty much told me that they didn't think it was enough for surgery, and that it looked better than my last ultrasound, which I don't understand that at all. Um, let's see. But yeah, I'm not going to rock the boat until it gets to the point where I'm thinking maybe we need to think about surgery, which I don't want to do because I don't like the idea of operating on my back. So let's see. I haven't tried copious amounts of bourbon, but I have um, watered it down with alcohol. Drank plenty of different alcohol to try to not feel the pain in my back. But it might help for a little bit, but it's like even worse the next day because I felt like I could be Superman. Um, but then other thing, yep, it's my next to get when I have a chance. That's the problem. Yeah. Hey, welcome in here, Warren. Glad you got home from work, man. Uh, let's see. Oh, okay, Papa. Yeah, this I don't like. I didn't. I was scared to death to get the first shot, and I'm not super on board with getting this shot, but it seemed to relieve some of the pain. So there's that. Right, Rob. It's like a glass boat or a glass house. Just don't throw rocks. You know, even if the only things that I would from here, if something come up that I needed to put in for, it would have to be something life threatening for me to put in for it, or something that's enough that it would put me into a different category. Which there's there's a there's your ratings, 0 to 100%, and then there's your special SMC, which I think is special military compensation or special medical compensation. There's those categories. If it's something that would throw me into one of those, or if it was something that was life threatening, cancer, stuff like that, and most any cancer I could get is I think is covered under some post 9/11 bill or something like that, some uh, burn pit bill or something. So if it pops up and I've got any type of stuff like that, I would put in right away, because if whatever I die of is service related, then my wife gets compensation after I die. So yeah, uh, just looking to have a day off. Michelle and I are getting David, one of my helpers in the USG. That's awesome, man. That's stinking awesome, Pete. Read his comment. He's getting his uh helper one of those U.S. General tool carts. That's cool. Um, let's see, 92 hours this week. I bet you are, Warren. 92 hours, man. That sucks. I understand, Pop. I mean, it scares me to death to think about them working on my back. When they mentioned it 8 months ago or so, I wasn't very. That's how I ended up getting the shot, because the doc was like, "I don't think you really need that. Let's look at the shot." Um, Sometimes back surgeries make it worse. Yeah, and that's one of the deals. If I do go, I'm going to try my best to make them send me to the best here in Louisville. I mean, I'm not saying the VA isn't good. I'm just saying I they don't always get probably the cream of the crop, because typically, the cream of the crop goes where the money is, and the money is not working for the VA. That's just, yeah. Let's see, James, your Christmas present was delayed. That's okay. Uh, I'll get it probably within the first month, within January. It's my fault. I haven't been doing videos. I've been a little busy. This class I'm in has stuff due every other day. So yeah. Let's see. Get someone their boxes sweet. Let them get a step up. Yeah, that's just awesome, Pete. Uh, that's just awesome. See, it's not a toe or a finger; it's your back. Yeah. Uh, he's going to be so happy. Good looking hat. They've been wanting to cut on my back. I'm holding out. Had 3 epidurals last 2 years. Each time they help for a little while, but wear off. Do they wear off sooner and sooner, each one? Because mine, like I said, mine only lasted for roughly 3 weeks before it started wearing off, and in about a month in, it was done. So that's another thing I'm working. I don't want it to be like it's like I'm constantly getting a shot. I don't want that. But I will get a shot before I go to the next trade show. I'll try to schedule it before I go to the next trade show. I mean, like my last shot, I think, was in late October, but I could be wrong. But let's see what we got here. Had a customer, one of those pain pump deals directly in the back. Felt so bad for him. Huh? I've never heard of that. It's my understanding that these are epidurals. They're going in and hitting a nerve, and then shooting whatever into it, whether it be, some type of steroid or whatever. Um, Cheers. That's not bad. Went to a restaurant last night. So if I know I don't say this, my birthday was Friday. The wife took me for my birthday dinner last night, and we went to a place called North of Bourbon, and they had a ton of bourbons. They were pricey. I decided to get a 1 ounce shot of uh, Old Forester birthday bourbon 2022. And it was pretty good. It was very smooth, just a great bourbon. But it was $30 for an ounce. It was actually a little cheaper than that because they didn't have a full ounce. So then I turned around and got a 2 ounce shot of 1910, Old Forester 1910. And it was pretty good. It wasn't as smooth as the birthday bourbon, but it was, $14 for 2 ounces. And it's like a $60 bottle, I think, compared to a birthday bourbon. I think is retail for $200, but you can't buy it for that. You can't, if you find it, you got really lucky. Other than that, you're probably going to pay $400 or more for it. Appreciate it, Warren. Yep, same thing with me on the shot, Warren. Made me strip down, put me in a gown, put me on a table. It was they actually were x-raying you as they're putting the needle in, all kind of shit. Let's see. Got 3 shots in the spine. I don't think they used the ultrasound. Ultrasound's usually that big. I don't know. I don't know what they use. I thought it was X-ray, but maybe it was ultrasound. And y'all can handle another tool. A good 3D printer has been a game changer for me. I've been making custom box organizers and dabbling in car parts. That's cool. I think I told you, Baldy, but I've got a 3D printer. I haven't set it up yet. After the holidays, when I get some stuff taken care of, I'm going to join a few Facebook groups and, try to figure stuff out. What was the spread of chilled room temperature or warm to bourbon? That was the bad thing. The bourbon in there, every bit of it was cold. And the birthday bourbon, they brought a candle out for the table, for ambiance. And it was a little swanky little restaurant. The food was but I held the thing over the fire and let it warm up. Used my hand to warm up the glass because it was all cold. I didn't want to take the time with that other shot, but I wanted to really enjoy that birthday bourbon because it wasn't cheap. The place, all the prices were fair on the food. It was a little expensive, but not crazy. But the steak, so the only steak they had, which I'm a steak guy, the only steak they had was a bone-in strip that had been aged 45 days. Now, on one menu, without the price, they didn't call it that. They just said Wagyu steak. And then on their special menu, they called it, steak. And they gave you the price. It was 34 ounces, 34 ounces. Take a guess how much they wanted for that 34-ounce steak. Now, their what I ended up getting was a pork chop plate, and it was a pork chop in two sides, and it was a nice pork chop, thick cut and everything. How you doing, Alv? It was a pretty good deal. That was $25, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, something like that. So take a wild guess how much that steak was. It's this reason I didn't get it. So, see, did you take that trip we talked about? Probably not. I'm having a memory deal. CAT scan. A CAT scan, usually they put you in that big tube, don't they? I forget what it is. I know now ultrasound they can put the jelly on your back, and they have a wand that they can look at it. I'm pretty sure that they did an X-ray. They were doing X-ray on me while they did it, but it might have been ultrasound. I don't know. Let's see. Sipping on a jar of blackberry. That sounds good. Sounds good. Alv, you're pretty short. Everybody else is less than Alv, guess. So, yeah, it was more than that. When I tell you, look, I've had some expensive steaks. I've had Wagyu before. This blew my mind. The price they had on it blew my mind. And I actually thought about buying it just to see. Because I'm telling you, if I would have bought this steak and it wouldn't have been like eating honey dipped gold, and, set my taste buds to another, dimension of taste, I was going to act like, the poor redneck that I am. Because, I mean, yeah. That's awesome, Rob. I would like to, but me and my wife have a hard time eating what we buy. Sometimes we put stuff in there and it goes bad because there's times we don't feel like cooking, and it's just me and her. So, yeah. But I'll tell you, a few of you have already guessed. I think it was 235 or 245. Just 235 for a 34-ounce steak. Ridiculous. I mean, did I get a bottle of Pappy with it or something? I don't know. Yeah, 235 was just crazy. Me and my wife were just, and I'm telling you, I mean, of course I haven't been to the best steak restaurants, I wasn't expecting that, maybe Salt Bay was going to come out and do his little, salt thing on my steak or something. I don't know. But yeah. Local rancher in Austin, I get my beef from. Awesome. Alf, you're from Austin. That's awesome, man. I used to live in Coppers Cove. Let's see. I lived there for 4 years. I love it. Miss it. I love going to Austin, just not in the summer. I do have an ex in Texas that I don't want to ever, ever, ever cross paths with again. things didn't end quite so well for me anyway. Um, let's see. 30-ounce steak is massive. You can take half that home and microwave it for leftover. I agree. I would have liked to have a 10 or 12-ounce steak. That's what I eat. That's what I know is a good portion for me that doesn't leave me bloated and feeling like with the meat sweats and feeling like I can't walk. I don't eat big steaks anymore. I used to. You know, a 16-ounce steak was small, but I eat a 10 to 12-ounce steak now, unless I'm feeling froggy. Uh, but, and that's just me. Let's see. Steaks at my local market, expensive enough. Never mind, $2.35. Yeah, and I've been noticing the price of beef is getting crazy. I'm, like a rib roast is like what was it, $16 or $17 a pound, and that was a little ridiculous. At least I can still get my prime brisket for I think prime at Sam's is $4.55, and brisket's just awesome. Let's see. If I order what, Rob? Oh, if I ordered the steak, yeah, they were wanting someone to come in, and all the other prices were reasonable. They were a little high, but they were reasonable. But that was just wow. Maybe it's because it's aged, and when you age them, you run the risk of, if you just mess it, you run the risk of ruining a real good piece of meat. And maybe it was Wagyu. So, you're looking at what, $20, $30 a pound for Wagyu, sometimes $50 a pound for Wagyu. I could have bit on $100 steak. I could have bit on $100. I paid $100 for a steak before, a Wagyu steak. Um, we were down on the Gulf. I forget what town in Florida we were in, but the wife had a big conference down there she had to go to, and I went down to hang out, you know, near the beach, and we went and enjoyed, stuff when she got off. So yeah, and it was pretty decent. See, I've been eating steaks my whole life. I've butchered many cows, and there's no way I would spend $200 plus on a steak. I understand. I didn't. I didn't do it. I just couldn't do it. 4.38 a pound there for brisket. That's pretty good. Steaks in so tender you can cut them with a fork. Yeah, I understand, Papa. Uh, I will tell you, there's one thing about fresh beef. How do I explain? There's a taste I've gotten from fresh beef every time I've ate it that makes me not like it. Now, I'm thinking these cows that I'm getting are a little older because or something, because it's super fishy, and I'm not happy with it. And it's not one experience, it's multiple. I mean, like early on, my grandpa, they would get, cows slaughtered, and that he was serving me tasted fishy. And I got some from my boss. They had a cow, they butchered a cow. She was old, I knew it was old, but there was something up with it. But they'd had her a long time, and they just couldn't eat her. I don't know. So I got a bunch of meat from them. I probably got 50 pounds of meat from them. But even after knowing how strong of a flavor that this beef was, there wasn't much I could do with it. I couldn't, all those ways that you use to tame gamey beef or whatever, nothing worked. It was just, and even my dad, who's probably ate more, fresh beef than I'll ever think about, just he was not happy with it. So it was just, It scares me. And I know it all won't be like that, but when you buy a side of beef, even when you buy a quarter, that's a lot of freaking money. And if you buy it and it doesn't taste good, you're screwed. You're screwed. That's like, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 bucks for a quarter. I don't know what the prices are now, but something like that. Am I wrong? Let's see. Me neither, Papa. Let's see, I don't like Black Angus. I think it's dry. I've never been able to do a comparison. I've never compared them. Wagyu is from Japan. Yeah, some of the Wagyu you get is not Wagyu. It's like Wagyu. Um, I would like to see it. If you're telling me that steak's Wagyu, I'd like to see it, or at least see that how the marbling is. Because man, Wagyu is so marbled, it's like buttery, and it has a different mouthfeel. Let's see. Farmer ages 21 days before cutting. That's awesome. It's perfect time. Hot sauce, lots of hot sauce. Only thing belongs on steaks is a little salt and pepper. That's yeah. That's that's right. Unless you got something that tastes horrible, and then you got to put something on it or not eat it. Um, my butcher has a storefront. You can try the meat. He gives samples of everything. Many years. That's awesome. I might try our butcher. There's a butcher up on the mountain here. I say mountain. Uh, in a place near Battletown. It's actually Painville, I think. I might try him. See if he's got any good beef there and try it and see how it is. My cousin raises it. I might just get with him and tell him I want to buy one. But still, there's that whole eating it before, you know, it starts tasting funny. Because I mean, like we can lose stuff in our freezer for a year. Jersey, the best beef to get local is Jersey. Okay. Used to buy half a beef from a late uncle of mine. We got good beef from it. He raised his own cows right. That's awesome. I think there's a deal with what they're fed, how old they are, and all that. And from what I understand, a younger cow is usually going to be taste better. Older cow is typically going to have a bit gamier of a taste and maybe be tougher. But I don't know how right I am because, well, I'm not very experienced at all that. Let's see where we got. See, Alf started talking about Austin, kind of got me excited. I do. I miss Texas. Texas is the place I really long to be. But yeah, used to buy half a beef. Okay, spring cows are less fatty than winter up here. Okay. Um, but yeah, maybe I'll get with my cousin and say, hey, dude, let me buy a couple steaks off of you and see what you got. And that way I don't have to risk buying a whole side of beef and not happy with it. And I might buy a side and split it with my my kids. Yeah, but Papa, what makes it have that fishy flavor? It's hard to explain. It really is, but it's the best I can do is tell you it tasted fishy. Um, Old, okay. The fat, you know how the fat on most is like white or maybe slightly off white. A lot of the fat on this girl was yellow. So that might have been bad. But Let's see. What else have I got for tonight before I keep y'all? Oh, I want to ask y'all, does any of y'all know anything about these mesh systems? I'm fixing to try setting this mesh system up because if I don't, I'm not going to have good service in my office. Um, so I don't know. I'm hoping it works out right. You know, it's tools, just another tool. It's either Rob or Ron that's a network guy, right? Or a computer. That's actually what you do from work for work. Um, down on water, but anyway, okay. That's what I was thinking. It was you, Rob. But yeah, I've got the Nighthawk. I won't show my uh, other stuff. I've got the Nighthawk, and I guess I'll just unplug my cable modem. I mean my not modem, my router that come with my from my cable and hook it all up, and I'm hoping it works great because I can drop internet on the corner of my house, and it's probably 40-foot straight line. Okay, that's cool. I might do it tonight after I get off here. I don't know. I got to finish setting up a desk, and yeah, I really want to get that office set up as soon as possible, though, so that the wife, I don't. So this that you see back here, when I got married, every wall in this room, the bedroom, was guy shit. Okay, and pretty much three walls still are guy shit. So she would like for me to move all the I love me stuff and this stuff, out of here. Uh, you can't see everything. Like I've got a like a hanging curio here with little toy motorcycles and hot rods and coffee cups and just everything. I've got a box, a little presidential box of M&Ms. I ate the M&Ms. Um, and the a guy that come and done a background investigation on me. I was trying to get a job as a White House transportation agency. We would have drove around the president's guests and stuff like that. And this guy come down, and when he comes, he brings you little gifts from the president. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was a job I decided I really didn't want. Nah. But anyway, I got cool stuff like that up there. Army cups, a cup from where I'm re-enlisted in the National Guard back in uh let's see 1996, I guess. Yeah. I got a NATO coffee cup up there that I got when I re-enlisted in the Army in 2006, something like that. Something like that. Um, and there's a Snap-on cup with a half-naked lady on there too. Let's see. Uh, the mesh stuff generally super easy. You had her move into the man cave. She's yeah, and she doesn't complain much. So above my bed, I had It was I call it a tapestry. They sold them as blankets, but it was made like a tapestry, and it was for one of the units I was in. It was y'all have heard of the Band of Brothers, 506 Infantry, Currahee. Well, I was in Currahee's, but modern day, and I had this huge blanket, and it's got the big symbol, the spade in the middle, and the all the stuff on it, and all the it around the border. It's got all the campaigns they fought in, and it's a cool. I may put it on my wall and put it as my background, but yeah, I had that on the wall above my bed, and it probably took a couple of years before she asked me to move it. uh, my dad has his Presidential Service Award from when he's in the Marines. Awesome. That's awesome, man. Uh, let's see. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to set up the office. I've got my wife, when I retired, she bought me a shadow box, a real nice shadow box for my flag. They present you a flag when you retire. And I haven't fixed it up the way it's supposed to be. Maybe I need to fix it up. But I got some real nice stuff, and I'll probably might put it behind me in some of my live stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I've got awards. I won't even begin to put all my awards up. I mean, yeah, I don't have a fruit salad on my chest, but it's it's maybe whatever, slightly less than fruit salad. But if I had a picture, I'd show y'all. Let me see if I can find one, and then I'll let y'all go. Let's see. See if I got a later one than that. I'm on my Facebook just in case you're wondering. Here you go. Y'all can see me from back when I was in. I've lost a bunch of people. There's only 5 people in here now. Let me show you a picture of this was while I was still in Texas, so it was probably sometime around 2014. Between 2014 and 2016. That is me. With my Stetson on. A little bit of a fruit salad there. Bunch of combat service stripes, and heck, I got more combat service stripes than I do service or yearly stripes. I forget what it is. The ones on if you're looking at them, the ones on the stripes on my right sleeve toward the bottom, those count for 3 years in the service. Each one is 3 years. The little short straight across ones on my left sleeve count for 6 months in combat. So yeah. Yeah, it's missing there, ain't it? Didn't even have a mustache. But to think on this picture, I hadn't been completely clean shaven, but for a few months. I decided sometime around 2013, 2014 that I was going to shave my mustache off. I had had a mustache since I was in my early 20s. Since I could grow one, I had a mustache. and I decided to, shave it off. Um, you'll see I made it to sergeant first class. That's as high as I made it. I spent I spent 13 years, I think, or 12 years as a sergeant first class. So, yeah. But anyway, that's enough of that. I appreciate it, Pete. I looked a whole lot younger in that, and it wasn't, but at the most maybe 10 years ago, 11 years ago, was getting ready for a military ball. It was the last one I actually went to, um, and yeah. So, but thank y'all for hanging in here. Uh, First, I want to say Merry Christmas. I won't see y'all again till then. May not even have a video up, but I want to tell everyone, especially y'all, because y'all support me more than anyone. Y'all are always here, and I appreciate that. I know y'all got my back. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope y'all have a wonderful time with your families. I hope it's a blessed time. And look, most of you have my email address. If you ever need anything, reach out. If I can help you, I will. Um, y'all take care and have a blessed week. Thank y'all. Uh, Tell her I said thank you and happy holidays to her.